Right, I'm just rolling out of this great spot here at Cola Caravan Park, about 5-6 k's just out of Corryong. Beautiful spot here, so we're just going to head into Corryong now. We're going to grab some breakfast, put some fuel back in the vehicles and head off to the next destination of Adaminaby up in the top up there in New South Wales. So looking forward to that. So come along for the ride and we'll see where we go today. We're now just approaching sort of the main drag into Corryong here. Now this is a great little town. It's located about 120 k's east of Albury-Wodonga and up near the upper reaches of the Murray River. Just a beautiful place to come and check out as you're going through to places like Tom Grogan and those sort of places. Great camping spots up there. But this is real man from Snow River country. There's a whole story and a history about Jack Riley, the man from Snow River, who's actually buried here up in the cemetery. So well worth checking that out. And the museum that's in town here, just across the road there, the museum has got some amazing stuff in there, history of Corryong and everything you want to know about Jack Riley you'll find out in that museum. So we're going to roll in town here, grab some fuel, get something for breakfast, and then we're going to roll on to the next stage of this journey. I've just rolled out of Corryong. I've got a couple of young fellas here who's joined us in for the trip. Jenko up the front there on the old 40 series. Now you don't see many of them getting around. It's in cracking condition. We'll show you a bit later on. He comes from Tumut, so he's going to lead us through. And then he's brought his mate along, Brad, in the old MQ. Now again, you don't see many old MQs getting around. So they're going to lead us through up to Tumut, because that'll save me having a look at maps on where we've got to go, because get me on the blacktop and fair income, I'm hopeless. I need maps and GPSs, whatever I can get, but get me out in the mighty high country and no maps required. So these guys are going to lead us through to where we're going today. We're in for a cracking day, beautiful weather, magnificent country. What more do you want? Here we come, Tumut and on to Adaminaby for today. And we're just crossing over the mighty Murray River near Toowong from Victoria into New South Wales. We're just going to drop into this memorial lookout where an old aircraft crashed into the Snowy Mountains many years ago. The Southern Cloud was one of 5 3-engined aircraft flying daily services between Australian cities in the early 1930s. And on the 21st of March in 1931, the Southern Cloud departed from Sydney for Melbourne. On board were 6 passengers and 2 crew. The weather conditions en route were hazardous and much worse than predicted. The aircraft never reached its destination and disappeared. The search for the missing aircraft lasted for 18 days and involved over 20 aircraft. No trace of the missing aircraft was ever found. Until 27 years later, on the 26th of October in 1958, the Southern Cloud's fate was uncovered by Tom Sonter, a worker at the Snowy Mountains scheme, made a chance discovery of the wreck in the Snowy Mountains about 25 kilometres east of the direct Sydney-Melbourne route. Well, that scenic memorial lookout for the Southern Cloud is well worth dropping into. Now it's on to Tumbarumba. So we're just rolling into Tumbarumba now up in New South Wales. Tumbarumba is located about 480 k's sort of southwest of the capital of New South Wales in Sydney. So pretty big town here, but it's all up and going again, which is great to see. So yeah, it's just rolling through here. Probably going to pull up here somewhere. There's our next towns, Batlow and Tumut. We're all going to roll up through there. This is quite a nice little town. Now, I've never been up through here before, so this is part of the journey right through to Cabargo. I'm really looking forward to it because I've never been up here before. This is a good sized little town. Here we go. The township of Tumbarumba was established in the late 1850s after gold was discovered in the district. And the post office, well, it opened on the 1st of August in 1860 and it was spelt Tumbarumba with an E until 1915. And the gold mining industry, well, it petered out in the 1930s and the region's economy now depends on agriculture and tourism. Well, that's Tumbarumba. Now we're going to roll on to our next destination, heading up towards Tumut. Great town here, got everything here from all the shops that you want, from cafes, bakeries, the whole shoot match, it's all here. So, roll on through Tumbarumba and we'll keep on going. Travelling on the Batlow road between Tumbarumba and Batlow, there's just so much burnt out country on both sides of the road. Right, after leaving Tumbarumba, we're now rolling down through the town of Batlow. Now, Batlow is located on the southwestern slopes of New South Wales. It sits up around 770 odd metres above sea level. And this one thing this town, this region is certainly well known for is its apples. Plenty of apples roll out of here. There's apple crops just everywhere along this main road between Tumbarumba and here. So not hard to see why plenty of apples come out of this area. The township of Batlow has about 50 growers in the district and they supply a staggering 1.6 million cases of apples to the Australian market each year. The town's landmark is the Big Apple, which stands on private land about 5 kilometres north of town. This stands testament to the orchards that have been vital to the town's economy for over 120 years. It's rolling now into Tumut. Tumut's located on the Riverina region of New South Wales and set up here down on the Tumut River. So I'm going to roll in here, maybe have a bit of a lunch before we roll on to our next destination. I heard something mentioned about lunch. There's got to be a bakery in town. Bingo. Tumut Bakery, pie and sauce for lunch. The Junction Bridge over the Tumut River is one of 5 McDonald Trusses remaining in New South Wales. The trusses are named after John McDonald. He was the engineer for bridges for the Public Works Department of New South Wales. McDonald Truss bridges were built between 1880 and 1902, and this bridge was added to the New South Wales State Heritage Register on the 20th of June 2000. We're just arriving now at Blowering Dam. The construction of Blowering Dam commenced in 1964 and was completed in 1968. The dam is located approximately 13 kilometres south of Tumut, and in 1978 Ken Warby set the water speed record of 511 kilometres per hour on Blowering Dam, a record that still stands. After leaving the Blowering Dam and now driving along the Snowy Mountain Highway, it's pretty raw seeing the devastation from the bushfires in the Kosciuszko National Park. Alpine Terrace Park. This is where we're staying for a couple of days. Adaminaby. Here we are. Looking forward to a couple of days kicking back here, check out the town and a few other sites. Never been here before, so looking forward to always going to somewhere different. I'll have no problem calling this home for the next couple of days. Adaminaby is a small town near the Snowy Mountains northwest of Cooma, and at 1,017 metres above sea level, it's one of the highest towns in Australia, and snowfalls are frequent and often heavy during winter. The most momentous episode in the town's history came with the construction of the vast network of tunnels and dams of the Snowy Mountain Hydro-Electric Scheme, which began at Adaminaby in 1949. A lake 9 times the size of Sydney Harbour eventually flooded the valley where the old town site lay, known as Lake Yukonbean. And over the road from town is the Snowy Scheme Museum. This is an absolute must visit while you're in town. The scheme has 16 major dams, 7 hydroelectric power stations and 145 kilometres of tunnels, and after 25 years the scheme was completed on time and on budget. As you walk around the Snowy Scheme Museum, the reenacted detail in some of the displays and the old machinery that were used during the construction of the Snowy Hydro Scheme is absolutely amazing to see, so make sure you check this museum out. Adaminaby is the home of the big trout, which stands at 10 metres. The area is a popular spot for catching trout in the lake and surrounding rivers. I just love a good country pub, and you can't beat a country pub for having a great time. And the Snow Goose, they sure delivered. We were known as the Empty Esky crew. We will be back.